In this video, we will cover the next topic of the assembler, that is design of a two-pass assembler. While designing the any assembler, we have to think about some things that are first is that identify the information necessary to perform a task. What does this statement means? It means that you have to identify which are the labels, literals, symbols, constant in that information to accomplish our assembly or assembler task. Next is the design a suitable data structure to record the information. After finding the suitable data, we have to record them into the suitable data structure. What is the data structure? Like the data structure terms of a C computer science, here it also records the different things in different tables that are symbols are recorded in a symbol table, literals are recorded in a literal tables, opcodes are recorded in a operation code table, and lots of such databases are available with its assembler. Next mechanism is nothing but determine the processing to obtain and maintain the information. Firstly, we have find out the what are the different symbols, letters, returns. Then in the second part, we have listed them in the different tables. And coming to the next, the task for us is that obtain and maintain the information of the processing. And last one is nothing but determine the processing to perform any specific task. From so many times, I am calling it as a perform a task, perform a task. What does this actually means? Performing a task is nothing but when any data is going through the two passes of the assembler. The first pass will give the intermediate code, and while deriving this intermediate code and giving it to the pass second of the assembler, it is providing us the information in the form of these different tables. Means for example, I will write out in short. For example, it is a pass 1, then after it is the source code, pass 1. After this pass 1, the intermediate code is generated and it is given to the pass 2. Okay. But what is the place of this actual data structure? After the pass 1, your data is recorded into the different form of tables, that is a symbol table, and literal table, pool table, and lots of such databases are updated, and these updated databases are provided to the pass 2. So it is necessary for us to maintain the different tables. Now these are the different steps involved in designing the two pass assembler. So we will cover them in detail one by one. What was the first procedure? It was that identify the information to perform a task. Means what is the first task? Identify information. Okay, so what does this actually means in detail? It means nothing but it actually defines the problem. What does this actually performs? It actually defines the problem. Okay. Second one is that it finds the necessary information required before the translation. That is identifying the symbols, literals, constants, and etc. It finds the necessary information during the translation and how this procedure is actually performed. It is nothing but it follows some terms, that is it goes through first of all predefined data structure, then it will comes to the next parts as it is a operation table, then condition count table, and last one is the registration table. What does this actually means? While identifying the information, some tables are provided by the assembler itself. Likewise, in C, std.h header file provides us some basic mechanisms. Same like of that, this assembler provides us these different tables, that is operation table, condition count table and register table. These values having the specific meaning, specific values listed in them previously. We don't have to create these tables. So these are the system provided. But which are the tables we have to create during this assembly process? That is nothing but the symbol table, literal table, pool table and lots of such tables. So what does this actually step does? It takes the source code. Okay, it takes source code. Then this source code is passed to the pass 1. Okay, then after passing it to the pass 1, it generates the intermediate code. In between this intermediate code, this pass 1 derives the different data structures. Okay, so data structures updated by assembly. These are the predefined data structure, means they are listed in system previously, but these are the data structures that assembler update during the translation process, that are the symbol table, then literal table, and next one is nothing but the full table. Okay, and after completing this intermediate code is provided to the pass 2 of the assembler, and this data structure is also provided to the pass 2, and coming to the last stage, it gives us the object code. So this is actually the detailed procedure of how to identify the information. Means first of all, it will provide the predefined data structures to this pass1. This pass1 connects the source code, and after performing the pass1 procedure, it will update the uh, data structures like symbol table, literal table, pool table, and these are collectively provided to the pass2. And pass1 generate the intermediate code, which is the output to the, means which is the output of a first pass and as an input to the second pass. And after taking the help of these databases or data structures, it will generate the object code. So this is the collective procedure of how to identify the information necessary to perform any task. We will take the next step of the designing procedure of the assembly. That is, we have to record the different things. Means we have to record the different suitable data structures. So we will take it as a data structure of assembly. So which are the different data structures? There are two types of data structures. The data structures contain information of a machine, and second is the data structure updated and created during the translation. So first is the data structure contain information of machine. What is the data structure containing the information of a machine? This is nothing but the data structures are not updated during the translation. Means these data structures are not recorded, updated during the translation. Means in plain terms, this data structure is not updated by the user. This is updated by the machine. They are also called as a predefined data structures because they are defined by the assembler and it contains all essential information of the machine. Means it contains the information of the microprocessor. Okay. Now, which are the different data structure of these or machine data structures? I will list out them one by one. First is the opcode table. Means what is the full form of it? Opcode table is nothing but the operation code table. What is this operation code? table maintains. There are three terms situated with this table that are first is the operation code, second is nothing but the mnemonic, and third is nothing but the class. Okay. For example, I will give some example to understand this. For example, your operation code is 00. Then the procedure will be start. And it is the statement type, that is the information statement, or we call it as a imperative statement. Second is the, for example, opcode 1, we all know that for opcode 1 the mnemonic is add, and it is also the intermediate imperative statement, and lots of such things are maintained in this table. So it is used to storing the mnemonics, then operation code, then class of a instruction, and in short, it is having name as opcode table or MOT, memory operation table. Okay. Now coming to the next part of this machine data structures. Next table is nothing but the register table. What is the next table? It is the register table. We all know that in assembly language there are four types of register. A, B, C, D. Means these are the system register. We are using them for the temporary purpose of storing and swapping of variables. So there are only two fields listed in these tables. That are, first is the register name and the code of the register. For example, A register, B register, C register, and D register, and having the code as 1234 serial. What does this actually perform the task? It is used to store the name of a register and its code, and its shortcut name is register table. Okay. Last table is nothing but the condition code table. Keep in your mind that I am listing the data structures of your database of the type which are maintained by the assembler itself. These are the machine tables. We don't have any access, a right to access this table. So first was the operation code table, second is the register table, and third is the condition code table. That is known as a condition code table. We all know that there are 6 condition codes that we had already seen in the SMACO programming, that are first is nothing but the condition code and its code value. First is the less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, and in, and they are having the serial values as 1 2 3 4 5 6. Means when we have to take a reference of less than, then its code value is 1. When you have to take a greater than, equal to, its code value is 5. Means these are memory machine return codes. We don't have any permission to access these codes. Okay, coming to the next part. These data structures are listed, or the machine data structures. Some data structures are updated by the user. And which are the different data structures updated by the user? That are the symbol table, literal table, and the full table. Okay, so first of all, we will see the symbol table, and it is written as symbol table. Which are the different fields comes under this symbol table? That are, first is the symbol, second is the address of that symbol, and third is nothing but the value of that symbol. Now, the data structures updated during the translations are nothing but They are also called as the translation by data structures because they are defined during the translation by assembler and it contains all the essential information of the your source code. Okay. Now, what is the LC? LC. LC is nothing but the location counter of a target code and its memory address initially is equal to 0. Now, we will see the symbol table in detail. Symbol table is used to store symbols, means names of the variables, means which things it will list out variable, then constant, then label, and with its different addresses and value. Value is nothing but the location counter. Okay. For accessing this symbol table, one pointer is maintained and that is nothing but the symbol table pointer. Okay. What is a symbol table pointer? It is a pointer of symbol table used to keep track of entries of a symbol table. Means from where to start it will be decided by this pointer. Coming to the next part, it is having the next mechanism, that is the literal table. What is the next table? That is the literal table. It contains only two fields, that is nothing but the literal and address of that literal. What does this literal means? These are nothing but the literal with its addresses, means location counter value, and it is mentioned as a literal table. This field is not frequently used but rarely used. It also contains the pointer known as a literal table pointer. It is nothing but the pointer of a literal table. It is used to keep track of entries of the literal table. Means, for example, it is starting from here, it will fill the first part, then it will fill the next part, and so on. It will keep the track of the table entries. And coming to the last part of this user updated data structure, that is nothing but the pool table. What is this? It is nothing but the pool table. What does this pool table defines us? It is nothing but the address of literal table. Address of literal table. Okay. It is used to store the addresses of literals in each pool, and it again contains the pool table pointer to keep the track of entries of the pool table. So these are the different data structures used by the assembler while recording or designing the 2 pass. But after the pass 1, it will be generating the intermediate code, and this intermediate code is used to store translated instruction with its class, address, operand and operand class. There are two forms, that are the variant 1 and variant 2, that we have to use while solving the problems, and they are having separately different terms. And for this intermediate code, again the intermediate code pointer is maintained. And again here with this procedure, one table is maintained again, that is known as an object code. And object code is nothing but having two columns, that is a relocating sign and object code. So these are some basic mechanism about how to design a two-pass assembler and how to record the fields in a different mechanism, and which are the different fields. We have to identify the information, then we have to record it in a suitable data structure. Then coming to the next part, we have to accomplish the task, like determine the processing and then determine the processing to perform the actual task. So this is the general overview of a pass 2 structure of the assembler. In the later some videos, we have to see the mechanisms, like how to identify the, means there are two types of the phases of the assembler. analysis phase, synthesis phase, and what does these phases actually does, we have to see in later videos. Thank you so much.